Hey YouTube, BJT156 coming back here with another video, second video of the day. My bad about getting to y'all so late. Just got off of work about 40 minutes ago and just been chilling. Had to talk to my lady, and so in this video it's gonna be about a couple of things. All right. So number one, major announcement. I'm actually going to my very first Eagles game this year. I'm going into Philly. I'm going December 20th against Arizona. I picked that game because it works out with school. I got it approved from my boss at work that take the week of Christmas off, which will be very nice. And then I wanted to go against a good team. Of course, I'd love to go watch the Dallas game, but because of school, I probably couldn't be able to go to that. And I mean, you want to pick a game where it could either be a make or break game. So I think I made a good choice. So I've never been to Philly, I've never been to the East Coast, and I've never been to an Eagles game anywhere. So this is my very first game ever. See that? See the banner right behind me? Go Eagles. Can't wait for that. But next, I never made a draft recap video, and I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And then I'll talk about the schedule, and then we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. So let's talk about the draft. The draft happened way back when. I thought for sure we were going to draft Marcus Mariota, but we didn't. And I don't know. There were rumors going around that Andy Reid told Tennessee, "Don't trade, just go after Marcus, and just build the franchise from him." So I don't know. In a way, I was like kind of bummed out we didn't get him, but at the same time, I was like, okay, this is not a bad deal. But so number one, of course, was Nelson Agholor, USC receiver. I didn't even heard of the guy, and I watched his highlight, and I'm like, Nelson Agholor, who the hell is that? And I like the guy. I might actually consider getting his jersey if they ever make it available. But and the weird thing is, I read something about him. Had he not gotten picked up by the Eagles, there was a team that was going to pick him up. The Super Bowl champs, the New England Patriots, were going to go after Agholor had we not gotten him. But so I'm excited for Agholor. He reminds me of a combination of both Jeremy Maclin and of Deshaun Jackson, like Deshaun Jackson's speed, but more Jeremy Maclin's style of receiver. And I think Chip did the right thing by not trading for Mariota and getting this receiver, because we need another receiver after Maclin left. You know, I hate seeing Maclin leave, but Nelson Agholor, if his jersey does become available soon, I might buy it. That, or I'm gonna get a Zach Ertz one. I have a Brent Selleck and a McNabb, but enough about the jerseys. Let's finish about that. So Agholor, I hope he does really well in the NFL. Second pick was Eric Rowe, corner. We were desperate for that. Eric Rowe looks like he's going to be decent for us, and I hope he just does well. And so we'll just have to wait and see how he does. I think he's going to embrace the challenge, being in the NFL. Next, this pick, we needed another linebacker, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not sold on him yet, and that's Jordan Hicks, linebacker. He's a very small guy. We need really big guys to keep up with Connor Barwin and Kiko Alonso and D'Amico Ryans. I mean, we need strong, big guys, but I don't know. Maybe he'll bulk up, and maybe we'll see. And then this is a sad one right here. Ja'Cory Shepherd, as y'all know, he just got hurt, and everybody said he was looking awesome. So, bummed out that he's hurt, and bummed out that he won't be able to help out. Maybe the Brandon Boykin deal was a bad idea because he just got hurt, but we'll just have to wait and see. Don't know for sure. And these last two picks I really didn't know much about. Randall Evans, a corner out of Kansas, and Brian, I can't even say his name right, but he was our 7th overall. He's a defensive end. Randall's a corner, which we needed, of course. I mean, we've needed corners, I think, forever. And then Brian Michalek, he's a defensive end. Overall, I'm going to give the Eagles pretty close to an A for the draft because we got everything we needed. We got a receiver, we got 3 corners and a defensive end, and a linebacker. What can you say? I think it's going to work out really well. We'll just have to wait and see. Overall, I'm happy with the draft, and overall, I think we made the right picks. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so next order of business was going to be the Eagles schedule. Let me pull it up on my phone real fast. I think this year's schedule is a lot easier than what it was last year. It's going to be very different, though, because we don't know how good the Eagles are, really. So, I'm not going to talk about the preseason games. That's nonsense. Week 1 against Atlanta in Atlanta. I personally think Atlanta sucks. They have no defense. Julio Jones, in my opinion, is not that great of a receiver. Matt Ryan's not that great of a quarterback. I don't see it. So I see us winning that game. All right. So week 2, Dallas in Philly. Philadelphia is going to that game. That's going to be a fun game to watch. I don't know what to say if they're going to win that or if they're going to lose this game because Dallas is going to be tough, as always. Last year, they beat us in Philly. And I just don't know. I really don't know. Next, week 3, we got the Jets. I think we'll walk all over the Jets. The Jets, I mean, they're, what's his face? He's going to be suspended. Their defensive end suspended 4 games. I think we got this in the bag. The Redskins in Washington, I think we'll win that. So I'm going to call it 3-0 because I don't know about the Dallas game. Now this is where it gets a little interesting, is week 5 against New Orleans. I think New Orleans could come in last in their division next year in a very tight race, but I can see them coming in last because, no Jimmy Graham. Can't think of the guy's name that got released. He was a big part of that defense, though. And, when you get rid of key players that made your team great, it could affect the whole team. So, am I going to say we're going to win this game? Not necessarily. But I'm not going to say we're going to lose this. So let's stick with the 3 wins that I have so far. Then the following week, Monday night game against the Giants. I think we'll walk all over the Giants like we did last year. This is in Philly. We closed them out. Let's see if we can close them out again in Philly. All right. Next, this one's going to be another tough one. It's against Carolina. It's a primetime game, Sunday night. The first Sunday night game for us this year. I really don't like saying this, but I think we could lose that game because Carolina, they are going to be tough. They're going to be a hell of a lot better than what they were last year. They got hot right at the end last year. So are we going to win this? I don't know. It's going to be very tough. Then we got the bye week, week 9, November 8th, the second Sunday night game for us. And who's it against? Team I hate most, Dallas Cowboys. I actually got a buddy that's his birthday and he's going to that game. So we beat him last year in Dallas, so maybe we can do it again. And then we got Miami the following week. I think we'll win that game. Ndamukong Suh and that new defense. I don't know. Next, the Buccaneers. I don't know. I think we'll win that just because I don't think they have that good of an offense, and I think our defense is better than their offense, so we'll just have to wait and see. So right now I got like 6 wins and like 4 unknowns right now. And a lot of people think this next game too, we're going to lose this game. I think we'll win this by a landslide, and it's on Thanksgiving against Detroit. Nick Fairley's gone, and Ndamukong Suh. Two of the best defensive players in the league that were on Detroit last year aren't there anymore. A lot of people think we're going to lose that. We're like, but what's our record? We haven't had one loss on Thanksgiving. So am I going to say we're going to win this game? I'm saying a W. Win for the Eagles right there. So that's like 6 or 7 games right there. And then the following week, we have New England. In New England. Brady's suspension will be done by then. So are we going to win this? If we could beat them, we'll make the playoffs. I'm going to make a bold statement. If we win this game, we're going to the playoffs. And then the following week, the return of Shady in Philly. Buffalo comes to town. I think we'll win this game. I think it's going to be a good game. But I don't see LeSean McCoy doing all that well. So I don't know if it's just wait and see. Next, the following week, my game against Arizona. I really hope we win this game because I think I picked a good team to watch. Of course, the Eagles are who I'm going to watch, but I think it'll just be a good game. So I don't know if we're gonna win this one. I really hope we do. So keep your fingers crossed for that, guys. And then the final two, I'm giving us W's just because we play the Redskins. Although the Redskins did beat us last year at the same time. Giants we beat in New York. So I think we're going to win both those last 2 games. So as it stands, it looks like I got about maybe like 9 wins with 3 unknowns. So if the 3 unknowns turn out to be wins, that's 12-4. The only way Dallas can do better is if they go 11-5. So, will we win the division? I don't know. I'd love for us to, but I don't know. We just don't know. We have so many unknowns on the Eagles, but I'm going to remain positive and say that if we beat New England in New England, we're going to the playoffs. If we could beat Dallas both times, obviously we're going to win the division and go to the playoffs. And so overall, I think we have a much easier schedule this year than we did last year. But I'm going to point out one other thing too. We have out here where I'm out in Southern California. I'll be able to watch the Monday night game against Atlanta, the game against Dallas in week 2, maybe week 5 against New Orleans, week 6 for sure, and 7 because week 6 is a Monday night game. Week 7's the first Sunday night game for us. And the bye week. Then the following Sunday, that's the Sunday night game against Dallas. I'll love watching that. Prime time. I don't think the game against Miami or Tampa will be on. The Detroit Lions game will be. Because that's Thanksgiving. Everybody will be watching it. So what is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. 5, 6. Wait, is that right? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Probably the game against New England will be on, just because there are a lot of Patriots fans out here. So that's 6 games. And then the other few, I don't see them being on, but you never know. So at least 6 games, at least 5 games, the Eagles will be on, which I'm very stoked about. And I'll be able to watch one live. So it doesn't get any better than that. But, so that's the video, guys. My bad about it being 14 minutes long. You know, I'm trying to get the feel for these and trying to get better at these. But, so I'm going to go ahead and sign on out, guys. It's my bad about getting so late. You guys take it easy. Remember, fly Eagles fly. God bless.